About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Second and 10 at the 16-yard line.
To throw on second down, Fields. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Come on, set. Target, 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 target. Check the backer, check the backer. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
On first down, Henry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Derrick Henry. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
I can't believe they even let you play. Bang, 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 bang. Kill, kill, kill.
On third down, a run from Breida. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Falcons take over.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. On play action, Allen. He's going to air one out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. No problem there on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
Know what I would tell you?
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check 43.
From the gun, Fields. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Check Mike 16. All day, just like that. Just like that. Mike 16. Mike 16. Pick it up. Pick it up. Yeah. Number 16's coming. Check Mike. You go night. Delta. Hey, check Mike 16. Check Mike 16.
On 1st and 10, Fields got his man complete over the middle. That's Schwartz. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 18 yards, first down, Niners.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Check, ready. Go to base. 3 butt. Alert 3. Alert 3.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Single.
Looking to throw on second down. Fields. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Going up top. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Brings up second and 10.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Mike Gesicki in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons push further out in front. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
At their own 13-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Second half begins with a run by Henry. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain on the play there. Second down. Again, it's Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Tight end right, tight end right. I got one. 66. Pull it. Now. Got you. I got you, son. I got you, son. Check 26. Check 26.
Operating from the gun. Fields. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
We got three. We got three, fellas. We got three. That's it. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Mike 22, Mike 22. Ball trot. Mike 22, he's coming.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Now, this is a nice little gift-wrap situation as they take over 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more coming.
Todd Gurley standing by as lonesome in the backfield here. 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
They give it off here to the tight end. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Right there. 319. 54 Mike. We own them. We own them. Check it out, Reed.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Check safety, check safety. 49, check 49.
Now Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Back to throw. Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and throw for it here. Under a heavy possession, down he goes. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
56, right there, 56. I got one.
Throwing on first down is Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
I'm going to run you over.
To throw again, Allen. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Fields. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Strong right. 4 down, 4. Check.
Hey, seam 6. I got it.
Now Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Five wide.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
Blue draw, Porter.
And it's 3rd down.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Alert. Hey, watch the ball. Hey, Haywood.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
I'm coming after you. Watch safety creep. Half. Safety's creeping.
Here's Allen to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
You better be afraid of me. You better be a half 85, half 85.
Here's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Mike Gesicki, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And now it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Fields. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Looking to throw. Fields. Over the middle, complete. That's Schwartz. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Going right side here, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. On 1st down, Fields. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 18 yards, 1st down Niners. Looking to throw. Fields. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. but everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Now the 49ers electing to lead the offense out there and go for two. From the gun, Fields. He's got it. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for two does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
56. Here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking deep for Adams. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
On second and 10. Allen, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third and 10. Allen now looks to throw. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. 23 yards, the final tally. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's second and 2.
You got him. You got him.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Again they run with Gurley. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, second and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself, getting this into the hands of Turner. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. The extra point up and good, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Throwing on first down. Fields. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Back to the air on second down. Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields. And that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. On 4th down, Fields. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Mike 42.
Gun.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And an alley to run. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
To the air, Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. On 2nd down now, it's Turner. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And that one's complete to Gurley. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. A try here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. On 1st and 10, Fields. It's complete to Diggs. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Henry running right. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. to throw. Fields. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. On fourth down, Fields. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
On first down, Fields. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Here we go.
Throwing on first down. Fields under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schwartz. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line. Looking to throw. Fields. That is caught inside the 5. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Niners, they eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for 2. Operating from the gun. Fields. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row.
He's got a man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. So Allen's going to look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10.
Wild Bill.
Now Allen throwing again. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may beat up with this team again.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's get off the watch the twitch. Watch the twitch.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they?